I'm sharing the game plan with you today. By doing this one step, I assure you, you will stay consistent in your journey to achieve your goals of becoming her. Hi, my loves. If you're new, I'm Sindhu, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and becoming a part of my life. I love you so much. I'm glad you're here. That means you chose to become the better version of yourself in this new year. And in my previous video, I shared why you should become the better version of yourself. So in this video, let's learn how to figure out that better version of yourself and the steps to becoming her. First, my love, find a quiet or a comfortable place for you where you can just sit and relax or, be yourself. Find a place like that. And also find yourself 1 or 2 hours just for yourself. I don't want any distractions around you, because with distractions, this step is going to, not going to be easy. But without distraction, in a quiet place and your own time, it's going to be very easy. So quiet place can be like in your home, in a temple, like in a coffee shop or in a park, anywhere, the place that you are really comfortable with. If you're near a beach and you love beaches, definitely recommend going there, because the waves, the water, the smell of the beach, the atmosphere, is going to help you so much. But I chose to do it at home after sending my kids to school, because that is the most quiet time I get. My husband works from home, so he's in his office. I sat down in my couch in the living room. It was so quiet and it was so good. I should also mention that I thought like I need that quiet space, so I want everyone out of the house. I need that space. I need to sit in my desk and all that. But in reality, that was not possible. My husband will be working in his computer in the same room. And if I'm sitting here, if he's like typing, it's going to distract me a lot. Then I thought and reminded myself, perfect does not exist. Let's aim for progress. And I just switched my mindset and I went in the couch and sat down. And that was like unbelievably a good place for me to sit and work on knowing who the best version I want to become this year. So don't get discouraged if you don't have that ideal place. Ideal place doesn't exist. Just find a place where you won't get much distracted by anyone else and you are by yourself, and that's it. That's enough. And also you will need something to write things down. You can use a notebook and a pen, or your iPad and your iPencil, or you can use your laptop to type it if you are a person who loves to type but not write. For me personally, I like to write things down, and I used my iPad and my iPencil because that is what I use to script my videos, and it's very convenient for me. I highly don't recommend you using your mobile phone, because most of the times it will distract us from what we are doing. We get notifications and all such things. But again, if you are very comfortable using your phone and you really want to just use your phone, go for it. And make sure you put it on like aeroplane mode and not get distracted by your phone, like calls or like messages or anything. Open your notes and like start like typing it. So now you're ready to start visualizing the best version or the better version of yourself. Before starting, take 3 deep breaths. Unbelievably, this will help a lot better when you start visualizing.
Let's begin by taking a few slow, deep breaths. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold.
Did you feel better? I think you did. So the first step is start writing down all the roles that you play in your life. For example, this is how I wrote down my roles. First, I wrote myself. For me, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a cook, I'm a housekeeper, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a social media influencer, I'm a stylist, I'm a shopping enthusiast, and I'm a skincare enthusiast. You can go on. And I would recommend listing everything that you do in your life, like every role that you play in your life. If you're a student, put yourself as a student, etc. Now that you have listed all the roles that you already play, now list down the roles that you want to play. For example, for me, I want to explore the UGC creator side. So I also listed out the UGC creator as my role when listing out all the roles. So if you want to start a business and become a business owner, write down as like business owner in your role. The reason we are listing out all the roles that we play is to make sure we include all the aspects of our life in describing what your better version is going to be. For me, I can't like avoid being a housekeeper, even though like I don't really love doing laundry, but still I'm the person, I have to do it, right? So I don't want to miss it out, but I can like include in the better version of myself how I managed to do my laundry. This is just an example. Now describe that person who you want to be, like the better version of yourself. Maybe you can think of it like a different person that you look up to. You know, in our head we always have that ideal self in our head, like oh, she wakes up early in the morning, she goes to the gym, like she eats really healthy. You know, I'm starting to describe someone, right? Like that. Describe that person you want to be. Make sure you include every single detail. Don't think some detail is not relevant, but I promise you every single detail that you put into describing her is very relevant. If you can describe it in first person, like I wake up early in the morning at 5 o'clock and I pray and I meditate. But if you can't, like definitely go for like the second person description, like you know, she wakes up at 5 a.m. she works out every single day and she eats healthy, you know, like that. Personally, I describe my better self as like her in like second person tense, not in the first person thing, because I thought like I still think I can be better and I have not like believed that I am better right now. So describing her in like a second person tense, it felt more easier for me, so I did that. So here is an example of the description of my better self. Now that you have described her, now describe how her day look. It's like a day in her life. Describe her entire day, like from the time that she wakes up and till the time that she goes to sleep. Start from like at what time she wakes up and like what does she do after waking up. Don't exclude anything. Include every single detail in here, which is very important. So what she eats, how she makes her breakfast, what she chooses to eat for her breakfast, and all the details. Does she go to the gym to do workout, or does she do yoga at home, or she goes to a workout studio to do yoga? Like include every detail. Don't limit yourself here. Don't think like, oh, it is not achievable, so I'm not going to put it down. Don't do that. Just write it down. Write the exact ideal self of yourself, and I will like give you ways how you can achieve that. It's not going to be like once you write it down, tomorrow you're going to do everything. Okay, so believe me, don't limit yourself. Write everything that your ideal self, your better version you want to do. Congrats, you have already done the hard part. Now almost 25% of your job is done in becoming the better version of yourself, because this part where you describe her and describe her day is going to play a very vital role in like becoming the best version of yourself. Now all we have to do is pull out all her habits that she has from her description and from the, you know, life in the day that you described, and list it. For example, these are the few habits that I have listed down in my better versions habit list. Waking up at 5 a.m., eating breakfast or drinking a smoothie as breakfast, because I don't like eat breakfast at all, so I want to include it, so I have put it there. And take my supplements and take my health shots every day. I want to start taking like turmeric, milk, pepper shot every single day, because that's going to help my immunity, so that I have written it down, because my better version does that every single morning, so I included that in my list. Look at the day in her life that you have described and pick out all the habits and put it down there. Once you have listed all the habits, now one of the most important thing that you need to remember and not do is jumping into that routine that you have like listed. Because once you do it, maybe a couple of days or maybe even for a week, you can do it. I'm not saying that it's impossible. You can do it, but you will get burnouts and you will like skip the whole journey entirely. For me, multiple times I have listed out a schedule for myself and like wanted to do it. I have like totally like avoided the schedule in like 2 or 3 days, or I have went about 2 weeks, and then like for some reason something comes up, because life happens, right? Something happens and I've totally skipped the whole schedule and I would only get disappointment out of it. So that's why I'm saying don't do that. But the best way to do is pick very, very simple habit that on the whole list of habits, pick the very simple one or two habits. I would recommend picking two very simple habits as in the first place. For example, like brushing your teeth twice a day and flossing your teeth every day. So if you pick these two habits and like start doing it every single day for a week, it would automatically like boost your confidence and give you that inner belief that it is possible for you to follow this routine. So it is very important in the beginning steps to build that belief and the confidence in yourself that you will be able to achieve these habits that you want to achieve. So pick two very simple habits and start practicing it for a week. And as the days goes, after the second week, pick one more habit. Add it to your already existing habit. Like if you're like brushing twice a day and like flossing every single day. Now add one more habit. Drinking a smoothie every day in the morning. Add it. And do it the next second week and third week again, add in a habit, and if it's like a harder habit, for me waking up at 5 a.m. is not going to be easy, so I would take about 3 or 4 weeks for to practice it. Depending on how hard the habit is, on how easy the habit is, practice it for 1 week or 2 week or 3 week, and then start adding the next habit to your routine. So I'm using a habit tracker right now where I list down like my habits and try to track it, so I know I have to do it. If you want a habit tracker, like DM me on Instagram. I'll share my habit tracker that you can download and use it like digitally, or you can print it out and use it in like paper format. So my love, you have done the 50% of work to achieving your goal of becoming her. I promise you, this is the hardest part, figuring out all this. Once we have figured it out, I'm not saying it's going to get really easy, but the next 50% is going to be easier because you have done this hard part. Now, all we both need to do is build that habit and stay consistent on this journey. I trust you and I know you trust me too. Like DM me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. We can do this journey together. If you have any doubts, if you're feeling low, if you think like, oh my God, it's not happening, I'm like feeling frustrated or anything, definitely DM me on Instagram. I got you. I will definitely motivate you. And you can motivate me too if I feel down. I'm like sharing it on my Instagram stories and like my Instagram reels. So do follow me. I am so proud of you that you are taking these steps, and I'm really amazed by you. Thank you so much for trusting me in this journey. I'll catch you in my next video. Until then, remember, you are amazing and you are made to achieve all your wildest dreams. Bye. With love, Sindhu.